Hello everyone, this is Prince and I am from the team Think Tank, and I'm going to present a project which is called as Health Insight, and this is based on generating a clinical summary for the patients. So here we will basically use open text for the particular application which is called as Health Insight. So now in this application, what we treated our problem statement was, let's say given we have some health records for the patient, and if we treat that particular health record as a ground truth for a particular person, we want to pass through that particular document, and then we want to generate a relevant dashboard so that it can help out doctors or let's say the end users so that they can go through the patient's record summary or everything about their medical history, lab results, diagnosis, treatments, and other essential health related information at a go, like in a particular dashboard. So whatever we have is basically like a, let's say we need a summary of let's say different durations in the verbal format. So that's what we are going to generate, and then there should be like a table format or a user friendly graphic interface which can be helpful for the doctors to, or let's say the medical operators to basically go through the records of the patients. Now, what we want is, let's say we want to essentially transfer, let's say we want to do an information capture, right? So essentially we will use open text APIs to extract the knowledge or let's say information from a particular document. And then if the document is in a particular format, we want to store it, we want to basically have it into a particular format so that we can access it later. So essentially saying the APIs for open from the open text links, whatever we will use is, let's say, full page OCRs, classify extract page, and then there is a content management storage which is like the end server for the dashboard. So in short, the tech stack would be something like this. So in the backend, you can see there is a format which is given as, it's a CDA format. So the CDA format is nothing but a clinical document architecture format. So what we have treated is, let's say for every patient health record, we will create this CDA document, and for that CDA document, what we can use is, let's say we can use OpenText APIs in a Node.js application which can generate those JSON files. So we will go through that particular application in a short while. And then in the front end, we have a Streamlit dashboard, which is essentially just taking those JSONs one by one. And now the thing is, the communication from backend to front end can be done by open text API of content management storage, right? So we can store those JSONs into a particular, let's say, area, and then we can extract those JSONs so that we can, showcase the charts or let's say a voice summary for the, let's say doctors. So now, in short, this is the whole tech stack of the application. Now, the solution would be like a cloud application. The user should be able to upload patient data, but maybe it's not supported right now. So let's say we are not able to, give the user the let's say we can maybe upload the data, but let's say in the background we need to run the open text APIs. So essentially that is not done right now in this particular solution, but at the end we are basically having a dashboard which for those particular generated JSONs we can showcase the results. So let's go through the demo quickly, and I would like to go through the code base first. So let me switch. Yeah. So now what we have is a particular file, which is again like it's taken from a particular clinic, which is Chan Clinic, and here we can see the patient name is given, date of birth, provider, whoever the doctor is, and then the visit type, whatever the document says, the new patient visit, and then there is a date of visit, so it's a particular format, the age and gender of the patient, and of course there is a record ID to basically uniquely generate the ID of that particular patient. So now you have all the particular things which are there in the JSON, and now this, so it's a PDF format right now, so it's a very generalized PDF format for a particular hospital, right? And we can say that we will receive this kind of document for other patients as well, right? So this is like a sample document which we have got. What we want is, let's say we want to have these information nicely stored into a dashboard, right? So currently whatever the hospital might be using is, let's say, this document as a let's say a PDF file which is getting transferred here and there for every, let's say, new doctor. Then there is some allergies which are mentioned. Of course, the important things, whatever the supplements which patient is taking. So all the names of the medicines, whatever they've done is the patient is taking is also given here. Also, you can see the format. It's like you essentially have to have a particular format of the description. So what we have done in the code base is we need to parse this particular data, which is, let's say, again, like it's very specific to this hospital, but we can essentially change it or play around with it with a new document. So OpenText would be just used to let's say have this data getting converted into, like, read this all data into a particular JSON, right? And we can play around with the format later, let's say when we get the data back from the OpenText APIs. Now so we can go through all this documents like this, or we can have a dashboard also, right? So I think the main idea of this app is to basically go through this particular document in a very concise way, or let's say in a way that it's very easy to, let's say, like a one-pager document. It's very easy for the doctor to go through the charts. So we give that particular PDF file into the API, which is the capture service of OpenText, the full page OCR, and then again, like, it's getting uploaded first. So we are taking up the files upload feature also from OpenText, and then we are able to use that particular full page OCR API, so that we get some kind of a particular advanced type of OCR engine, so that we can essentially say that it's a very nice conversion of the file to a particular format. Now once we get that particular file out, we can essentially store it. So that is one thing. We can use the content management storage thing, right, for the particular way of a particular storage of JSON, right? So once we go through all this code base, what we will have is, let's say for that particular patient, we should be able to have a particular JSON file which we can use it in our dashboard, right? So this is one type of document which is, again, like, it's very like, it's a generated format from a let's say clinical document parser, which we have essentially built in the Python. So now using the OpenText APIs, we are able to have a JSON file for every patient. Now once that is done, of course we have used the APIs from particular client IDs and secrets. So whatever the JSONs which we have from the particular OpenText APIs, we are able to use that. And now if I go through the dashboard, so yeah, so this is a Streamlit app right now, which is hosted in this URL. Also this URL is again given in the the demo link, so that we can click on it, and then this particular page should open up. So let's say if we select patient ID 001, let's see if we can. Awesome, so it's now running. We will wait it for some time so that it is active. Let me enlarge it so that it is also very clearly visible. Okay, so now the document has been loaded up, right? And then you can see all the essential items are getting picked up, right? So again, the JSON might not have those values, so what we will do is essentially fill in some extra boilerplate information, right? So let's say race of the person was not mentioned, but again, like, we can have, let's say, no information on the race, right? So that was like an additional work which we have done on this particular dashboard. So for the authenticity also, you cannot say that there is no information, but let's say the email address was there, right? Of course the gender was also there, the first name, the last name, the date of birth was also there, so that is getting displayed. So it's just a parser in the JSON which we have given us. So everything is like getting parsed and essentially shown nicely in a dashboard particular form. Now the main idea is, let's say you have a PDF file. Now that PDF file has been converted into data, and then that data is now shown as a chart, right? So we have done some extra insights on that particular patient's data, right? So that's why the app name is Health Insight. So now if you see, the weight of the patient has decreased over this particular period of time. The height is maybe constant, like it cannot change, of course. Then the BMI is also noted down on this particular value, like at the time whenever it was noted, it was like this particular pulse rate. Then you have all the medication details for that person. So as we have seen in the PDF file, the let's say the divider was, let's say, hyphen, right? So in that particular section, you can actually just go through the line, and then we can divide this particular data into a particular format, right? So again, like, it's very specific to a hospital right now, but again, like, that is the whole thing. Like, open text gives us the textual information, and then we need to parse it somehow so that we try to fix it on a particular hospital data, and then over a wide period of time we can say that it would be constant for all the hospitals. So now you have all the allergy details, immunization details, all the so whatever the dates are which are not available, right? Then you have the problem details of that particular patient, so on this particular day and time, whatever it was reported. And at the end, you have this new feature. So this is like a summary feature which we have built on the top of the information which we have right now. So we just fix, let's say, some names. So we have fixed the format so that we can just see this summary. Also, we can play this summary. So let me click on this.
Patient James Wood, male, born on the 16th of August 1978, was admitted on the 1st of August 2023 at 20 hours 32 minutes and 23 seconds by Dr. Smith from Charm Clinic. The patient's contact number is +1 765 -456 -7876, and
of course, this whole information is also in a textual format, as well as the speech format also, right? Again, this is a very short summary here. There is a medium summary as well, which contains all the modification details. Then there is a detailed summary page, which is essentially also telling you the drug and the allergies which patient has, right? Of course, there can be some cleanup which we can do. We can essentially play around with this, and then we can enhance it more, right? But at an initial level of the demo, this is what we have right now, and this is also hosted into the particular link, right? We got some more patients, right? But again, like, this data is again taken up from the PDF files which we haven't stored into a particular format. So and OpenText was able to convert it into a JSON, and that's why we have it here in the application, right? So we can go through all these patient IDs, right? And again, the demo is hosted here, so feel free to go through it right now. Of course, the important note is, let's say, the Streamlit app can be offline, right? So if it is offline, maybe please click on the button of, let's say, just turning the app back on so that you can see the demo clearly. Okay. All right. So this was the whole demo about it, and I hope you like the way we used the OpenText APIs. And let's hope that this application get bigger and it can be used for a wider public. So that's what we are aiming for. So all right, thank you.